We the people against you, the usurper elite. What we will do immediately. Hi, it's Adrian Salbuchi once again. Am Anfang war der Tat. In the beginning was action. So says Johann Goethe in the first part of Faust. Yes, first comes action. But in order that we may make ourselves ready for action, we first need to awaken, to see and hear, to grasp and understand, to plan and then act. This entails massive coordinated effort. This entails risk, courage and generosity. This is definitely a blood, sweat and tears scenario, but it must be done. The options are too terrible to even consider. As I said in a previous video, war is being waged against us, and the key paradigm shift that we need to achieve is understanding this so that we can move forward from today's passive acceptance and suffering of the war being waged against we the people to a much more intensely active we the people at war. Right now, as you watch this video, we are all hundreds, thousands of miles apart. Those watching right now are separated by borders, by seas, rivers, continents. We are, for the time being, a far-flung, very stretched out global army of like-minded souls. Our strength, we know, we see, we understand. Our weakness, we are still too few and isolated. So, before anything can be fruitfully done, we must increase our numbers. That's why spreading the word far and wide, from north to south, from east to west, from America to Europe, from Europe to Asia, from Asia to Africa, from Africa to Latin America, and back again, is the name of the game. And as we do so, and as our numbers increase, we will have to show our faces, say who we are, and whereabouts we live, and then we can start grouping and regrouping yet again. Town halls, tea parties, cabildos abiertos, as we call them in Argentina. Start taking to the streets. If you want to take an entire country back, you don't start at the very top. You start by taking your street back, then by taking your neighborhood, then your county, your city, your state, your province back. This is purely a grassroots movement. We must understand this. You see, the elite have stolen our nations, wielding their gigantic power and strength from above. Money, media, technology, violence, laws suited to their purposes, big government, the military. If we the people are to take our countries back, we will need to journey the opposite way. We will take back what is ours, i.e. take back our countries, working from below upwards. You first start in your own house and with your own family. Then you link up with your neighbor next door. Then you link up with your neighbors on the block. Then with the guys and gals in the other block. Then you start streaming down the avenues and highways of our lands and meet up in the town halls and squares and parks. And before you know it, the voice of we the people will thunder and echo throughout the land, and then land after land. Let the torch of freedom shine in our minds and burn in our hearts. When my country, Argentina, collapsed in December 2001, it was summer, our weak and stupid then President Fernando de la Rúa decided to stop the protests and back his criminal economy minister Domingo Cavallo by declaring a national state of siege. I remember that very hot summer evening in Buenos Aires when, as soon as President de la Rúa got off national network television, from the windows, from the balconies and from the gardens, from each flat, apartment and house, men and women began to noisily bang their pots and pans. Cacerolazo, we call it. Cacerola is a pot. From their windows and balconies and gardens, down they came and took to the streets. And millions of us gathered in the Plaza de Mayo in Buenos Aires, in the Plaza del Congreso Square in Buenos Aires, and in all the plazas and squares in Buenos Aires, Córdoba, Rosario, Mendoza, Tucumán, Salta, Misiones, in Patagonia, demanding that De la Rúa, Cavallo, and his idiotic criminal government should go. And indeed, they went. We kicked them out. It was power to the people, but alas, we the people of Argentina just did not know exactly what to do next. So, We then had 5 mediocre politicians taking over as president in just 1 week. To make a long story short, we blew it because we never got past the noisy pots and pans. This gave the ruling elite time to regroup their forces. What do? They allowed us to rant and bitch for 4, 5, 6, 8 months. We just let off a lot of steam on the streets, banging against the windows of the banks. They were all shuttered. But then it was all back to business. The peso was devalued, gross domestic product fell 40%, everybody lost their savings and money in the banks, many lost their homes, their health, their livelihood, their lives. Argentina, once a proud and strong middle-class society, saw half of its population fall below the poverty line, and they never made it back up again. They just got used to it. They got used to being poor. Demoralized, they don't even have the guidance to fight back now. And today, where do we stand? Right now, Argentina is in the hands of probably the most corrupt political couple in history. Former President NESTOR KIRCHNER and the lady he left us as imposed president, his wife, CRISTINA KIRCHNER. They have stolen hundreds of millions of dollars in public funds, and yet nobody seems to react. I personally sued the Kirchners in May 2004 for having expatriated $650 million from their native Santa Cruz province, way in the south in Patagonia, since 1993. That money never came back, but they managed to get themselves pardoned by a judge, Santiago Maria Lozada, who just happens to be the Kirchner couple's nephew-in-law. Today, there are at least $500 million that are still missing since 16 years ago. But thanks to the media and to people's lack of understanding and awareness and willingness to do something, nothing happens. I personally am silenced in my own country's media, and the Kirchners continue illegitimately in power in the presidency, and they are dragging this once rich and proud nation off the ledge. So there you are. That's what we have to do. Sequentially, we have to awaken, to understand, then to awaken others, to be alert, to plan, and to execute. And for you One-Worldlers who are listening, sorry guys, but you are already lost. I don't really know if you will be able to make this last for another year, or maybe for 5 years, or maybe for 10 years, but it won't last much more than that. Because we the people, the world over, are sick and tired of you and your local managers like the Kirchners in my country. We want to get back to work. We will not tolerate this sick society you are imposing on us. We want a decent world. We will fight to have it. We will win, and the New World Order elite will lose. It's that easy. It's that hard. So folks, get on your feet, roll up your sleeves, and let's get to work. There's a lot to do. From Argentina, it's Adrian Salbuchi saying goodbye and good luck.